Hell yeah, what's up guys? It's Cruz Pike. My friends call me Big C. I'm back in action and today we're checking out Omno. In fact, we're checking out Omno Prologue. And for those of you that don't know, Omno Prologue launched today, September 11th, 2020. And it's a free demo you can download and play through. It's only about 20 minutes long. But you know what guys, it's a lot of fun and we're going to be doing a hot or not with it. And as I always do, let's start with what I found to be hot. Alright guys, the first thing, and one of the best things of course, is the game in its current state is free. The demo is free, and I love that because it lets people try out the game and get a taste for it, and get a taste for the mechanics, and really get a feel for whether or not something that you want to put on your radar. So, download it, it's free on Steam, link is in the description below. The second thing I liked about this game is the nice colors. I really enjoyed the lush, verdant colors. In fact, the pastel purples and the nice green forest. Guys, I think the coloring is done quite well. Definitely the aesthetic does please me. Another thing I really enjoyed about this game is the atmosphere. This game is chill. This is not a typical platformer where you're stomping and jumping and smashing and bouncing off people's heads and all that kind of stuff, guys. There's no deaths in this game. It's chill, it's relaxed. If you fall down, you just pick yourself up and you start back where you were. Love it. Super cool game, especially if you want to, take it easy from some of the FPS type stuff that you've been playing lately. I know you have, because I have been too. Another thing I liked about this game is the dash mechanic. You don't see the dash mechanic like this in too many games, at least none off the top of my head. And you know what? I really enjoyed it. It took some getting used to, don't get me wrong. Instead of jumping from a stone pillar to a stone pillar or a rock to a rock, you dash. And then when you hit the rock, you do like this climbing up action. And it is completely counterintuitive. It took me a while to get used to it, but once I did, great mechanic, really enjoyed it. Overall, guys, what can I say? I think this game has a ton of potential, and seriously, with a developer like Jonas on the case, and he's apparently very passionate about this game. He quit his job, and he just started doing this with his 3 kids. You can read his little blurb in the beginning of the game. I think people like that are going to succeed in the world, and I think they're going to deliver something good, and I can't wait to see what comes next. That out of the way, here's what I didn't like about the game, or what I found not so good, but always keep in mind that this is a prologue and this is a demo, so what you see today will change in the future. Let's get into what's not. Alright guys, one of the first things that kind of jumped out at me was you can't adjust the graphics settings. Now I'll be honest, I have a very strong computer. It's very, very capable, but for those of you that are, have a computer that's a few years old, or, you're rocking a mid-range type thing, the ability to adjust the graphical settings and other settings in the game would be a bonus. Second thing I didn't always enjoy were the camera angles. I found myself getting mixed up a little bit. Sometimes I would jump in one direction and then I would be looking the other direction, or I would dash looking the other way. And, partly that's probably operator error. In fact, a lot of it probably is, knowing me. But again, guys, the camera angles were a little janky at times, and I'm sure they're going to be worked out in the next run. The last thing I didn't really enjoy too much about the game was the puzzle, and again, the puzzles, pardon me, but there's only really one puzzle. And again, I want to preface this with the fact that this is the first puzzle, or series of puzzles, in the prologue, and these will probably get increasingly more difficult over time. So do keep that in mind, but at least the first little bit that I experienced, I found it to be a little bit too simple and basic, but I'm sure that's going to be worked out as well in the next upcoming release. All in all, guys, I think this is a great game. I think it's an incredibly good free demo to just download from Steam and run through. I think this game has a ton of premise. I think they're going to deliver the goods, and I think you should join me and add me on Steam. My whatever the hell that thing's called, my tag is in the description below. Big C MGN. Let's game together, guys. Let's do this. I got a ton more stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Be back soon.